Picture this. It's a Saturday evening in June. For friends are spread across your kitchen. One leaning against the island with a glass of wine, another grabbing plates from the open shelving. Nobody in anyone's way. You pull a cast iron skillet off the induction top. Turn, and the conversation never breaks stride. The kitchen is working. Now picture this. Same house. Monday morning, 6:47 a.m. Coffee brews in 90 seconds because the grinder, the mugs, and the French press all live in the same 4-foot zone. You're out the door in 12 minutes flat. Here's the wild part. Most Barndominium builders are still designing kitchens like it's 1998. Cabinets against walls, an island if you're lucky. Zero thought given to how the space actually performs across two completely different use cases. A work triangle that wastes 200 hours a year in unnecessary steps. A 36-inch aisle where one person traps another behind an open dishwasher. A vent hood that recirculates instead of exhausting. Meaning every seared steak lives in your curtains for 3 days. These aren't design preferences. These are financial liabilities. But here's the thing. The kitchen layout itself can add or subtract $50,000 in perceived home value. And most people never question it because they've never seen the alternatives. Here are 5 Barndominium kitchen designs that flip the script and the honest cost of building each one. If you're building a Barndominium in the next 12 months, hit subscribe right now. This is a video that saves you from a $40,000 regret. Design number 1, the open-plan social kitchen. The open-plan social kitchen is a default choice for most Barndominium builds, and for good reason. It connects the kitchen to the great room as one continuous living space. The island is the anchor, 10 feet minimum. Seating for 3 to 4, pendant lighting hung at 30 to 34 inches above the counter. You want 14 to 18 linear feet of lower cabinetry, with a dishwasher and trash pull-out position on the prep side of the island, so you're not walking around it every time you need to scrape a plate. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The work triangle, the distance between your sink, cooktop, and refrigerator, needs to stay under 26 linear feet total. Beyond that, you're walking marathons in your own kitchen. The island absorbs the prep zone, so the perimeter stays clean for serving. Someone leans against it with a glass of wine while you pull a skillet off the induction top. The conversation never breaks stride. Nobody's in anyone's way. But here's the cruel irony of the open plan. Cooking smells migrate everywhere. A 600 to 900 CFM vent hood helps tremendously, but no hood on the market fully solves this. If you sear steaks 3 nights a week, the open plan is a compromise, not a feature. Your sofa, your curtains, and every fabric surface in the great room will remember what you cooked. Cost-wise, you're looking at $18,000 to $35,000 turnkey. Cabinetry drives a spread. Stock boxes at roughly $80 per linear foot versus custom at $350 plus. Countertops range from $45 to $120 per square foot, depending on material. Appliances for $12,000. The open plan is the most accessible design on this list. Just know what you're trading. Design number 2, the Chef's Galley kitchen. The Chef's Galley is the most efficient kitchen layout in existence. It's why restaurants use it. 2 parallel runs of cabinetry with a 48-inch aisle between them. Sink and dishwasher on one wall, cooktop and prep on the other. Refrigerator position at the entry end so non-cooks can grab drinks without entering the work zone. 16 to 20 linear feet of counter per wall. Everything lives within 4 steps. For burners running, sauce reducing on the back left, pasta water rolling on the front right. You pivot, not walk, from cooktop to sink. Every tool is within arm's reach. The kitchen becomes a cockpit. Here's the thing about that 48-inch aisle width. 42 inches and 2 people cannot pass each other. 54 inches, and you're taking an extra half step on every pivot between the 2 runs. That half step, compounded across a decade of daily cooking, adds up to over 200 hours of unnecessary movement. The math is undeniable. The honest challenge: the cook disappears from guests. A galley with walls on both sides is a tunnel, brilliant for cooking, isolating for entertaining. If you host regularly, open one wall to a pass-through window into the great room, or accept that you're choosing efficiency over visibility. This is not the kitchen for someone who wants to chat with dinner guests while finishing the sauce. Cost: $22,000 to $40,000. 2 runs of cabinetry instead of 1. But you need fewer upper cabinets because open shelving actually works in a galley where everything is reachable. The material math balances out more than you'd expect. Design number 3, the indoor-outdoor kitchen. This design connects the interior kitchen directly to an exterior grill and prep zone through an accordion or bifold door and a pass-through window above the sink. The wall literally disappears. 12 to 16 feet of opening with a flush threshold, no step between inside and out. The exterior zone needs a built-in grill, counter space, a dedicated sink, and weatherproof cabinetry. Overhead infrared heaters extend usability into the shoulder seasons. A ceiling fan or pergola handle summer. July 4th. The accordion door is fully open. Someone's flipping burgers outside while you plate salads inside. Through the pass-through window, not around the house. 20 people spread across 2 zones. The kitchen doesn't feel crowded because it isn't. The building itself is doing the heavy lifting. So why would anyone hesitate? Because the structural engineering is real. A 12-foot opening in a steel frame Barndominium requires a header that can cost $3,000 to $7,000 before you buy a single door. The exterior zone needs GFCI protected outlets, a dedicated gas line, and a sink drain that will not freeze. This is the most logistically complex kitchen on the list. And here's the honest truth. You need 6+ months of decent weather or this becomes a very expensive wall. Pests, pollen, and humidity are real adversaries. The exterior zone adds $8,000 to $18,000 on top of the interior kitchen cost. If you live in Minnesota, this design gives you 4 usable months. In Arizona or coastal California, it earns its keep year-round. Costs $28,000 to $55,000, interior and exterior combined. The climate you build in determines whether that's a bargain or a waste. If you're getting real value from this, right now is the moment to subscribe. More breakdowns like this are already in production. And design number 4 is the one that genuinely changes how you think about kitchen layout. Design number 4, the Scullery kitchen. The Scullery solves the open-plan kitchen's fundamental contradiction. You want to look clean, but you need it to function dirty. Here's how it works. The main kitchen stays open to the great room, island-centric, spotless, designed to look like a magazine spread. Behind a pocket door, the Scullery handles everything else. A second sink, a second dishwasher, the microwave, the blender, the stand mixer, the coffee station, dirty sheet pans, a stand mixer covered in flour, the second dishwasher already running. Nobody sees any of it. Minimum dimensions. Main kitchen at 10 by 14 feet, Scullery at 6 by 10, connected by a pocket door. Dinner party. The main kitchen has candles lit, and the island is clear. Behind that door, the Scullery looks like a cooking show just wrapped. Nobody needs to know. The building science behind this is surprisingly straightforward, and it's a rare case where Barndominium construction gives you an advantage. Steel frame buildings make interior wall placement flexible. You are not load-bearing dependent. You can carve out that Scullery without touching the structural frame. But here's the trade-off. The Scullery adds 80 to 120 square feet of finished space. At $150 to $225 per square foot, that is $12,000 to $27,000 in construction costs before you buy a single cabinet. And if you do not entertain regularly, it becomes a very expensive pantry with 2 dishwashers. Costs $35,000 to $65,000, both kitchens combined. The question is not whether the Scullery works. It works brilliantly. The question is whether your lifestyle justifies the square footage. Design number 5, the 2-island kitchen. The 2-island kitchen splits the difference between cooking and gathering. 1 island for prep, 1 island for people. Same room, separate purposes. Prep island, 4 feet by 8 feet minimum. Sink, dishwasher, trash pull-out, 48 inches of clearance to the cooktop wall. Social island, 4 feet by 6 feet minimum. Bar seating for 4. No sink, just a clean, uninterrupted surface. 42 inches minimum between the 2 islands. Statement pendant lighting over the social island. Task lighting over the prep island. Saturday brunch. 1 island holds a waffle station and a bowl of fruit. The other island holds for people eating waffles. Nobody's reaching around a cutting board to grab a fork. The zones are distinct but connected. Cooks and guests in the same room, out of each other's way. But here's the thing. Does the math actually work? 2 islands in anything smaller than 1,800 square feet feels cramped. The footprint requirement is a minimum of 16 feet by 20 feet. In a 1,600 square foot Barndominium, that means the kitchen commands 20% of the entire floor plan. You are making a trade. Kitchen square footage for great room square footage. And if you do not cook or entertain regularly, the second island becomes a very expensive mail sorting station. No design on this list demands more from your floor plan. The payoff is real, but only if you use it. Costs $30,000 to $55,000. The second island alone adds for $9,000 in cabinetry and counter material before you factor in the additional square footage it demands. The $50,000 math. So where does the $50,000 number actually come from? Real estate appraisers weight kitchen quality at 3 to 7% of total home value in resale perception. On a $400,000 Barndominium, the right kitchen shifts perceived value by $12,000 to $28,000 right there. Add a functional layout that photographs well for listings, because 97% of buyers start online. Plus durable surfaces that show 0 wear at year 5. Plus a design that reads as custom rather than build-a-grade. The cumulative lift pushes toward $50,000. It is not magic, it is math. These kitchens are not for everyone. If you cook 3 times a year and eat out the rest, skip the chef's galley. If you live somewhere with 4 months of usable outdoor weather, the indoor-outdoor kitchen is a wall, not a feature. The Scullery is overkill for a downsizing couple, and the 2-island kitchen in a 1,200 square foot build is a mistake, not an upgrade. But if you're building a Barndominium and the kitchen is where your life actually happens, mornings, evenings, weekends, holidays, one of these 5 designs was engineered for exactly how you live. Drop a comment below. Which of these kitchens would you actually cook in? Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button. More videos like this are already in production. And if you're ready for the next one, click the video on screen right now. YouTube thinks you'll like it.